Before we put on live, we were talking about CCP's infiltration and the communist dangers that you observed in this country. Can you talk a little bit more about why were you so concerned about CCP's invasion into our nation?
So in 2012, my son Shane Truman Todd, my firstborn son, was a PhD in electrical engineering. He was hired to work for a company in Singapore, and he was working on gallium nitride called GaN technology. And at one point, he was asked to compromise U.S. security by transferring this technology to China with Huawei, the largest telecommunication company in the world. And he knew that if he had did that, it would be treasonous. It was against the law. And so Shane quit his job and got a new job in the United States. He gave the company a 60-day notice. And from that point on, he started calling and saying, "Mom, I believe my life is being threatened." And I was a homeschool mom, and I was like, "Your life isn't threatened. You're fine. You're coming home. You have a ticket, you know." And so on his last day of work, he was garroted and hung on a door, and we were told he committed suicide. And so we went straight to Singapore and discovered that our son had been murdered. They had fake suicide notes written. Analysts said that they were not written by an American, and they were not written by my son. Mathematically, they could tell. The DNA evidence proved that he was murdered. But then what happened was, in his apartment, we found a little thing that I thought was a Mac speaker. It ended up being his external hard drive. They had confiscated his computers, his cell phone, everything. So we didn't have any information until we found this little hard drive that we took to a computer forensic expert, and it backed up all the evidence of the technology it was working on and the illegal relationship between Huawei and Shane's IME company in Singapore. And that's when we knew what had happened to our son and why.